Hello friends. Now let us take up the concept number 6.3, classification of methods. In the previous concept I explained that Java programs implement the task only through methods because methods contain all the operational code. We cannot write any executable statement, any operational code outside the body of the method. That point always you must remember. So through methods we can implement the tasks of a program. Now let us consider the classification of methods. All Java methods are classified into two groups. The first one is standard library methods. Second one is user defined methods. Before explaining this concept, let us consider through real life. In real life also, similar model we implement. Actually, in order to have comfortable living in the real life, day-to-day life, we require several services, numerous services we require. Out of that, a major part of core services are provided by the government. Government provides you roads, transportation, electricity, drainage, security, and social security. Like many facilities, government provides with charge or without charge. Okay, whatever services are not provided by the government, we organize on our own. Sometimes, if you do not satisfy with the services, satisfied with the standard of services provided by the government, you can organize them on your own. For example, government provides you a bus for local transport or out-station transport. If you don't satisfy with that, what you do? You purchase your car and you engage your driver. Understand? So, all the services, whatever we enjoy in our day-to-day life, are classified into two groups. One group or major group are provided by the government, or other services like your laundry person, that is not provided by the government. Your servant maid, not provided by the government. And whatever services are not provided by the government, you can organize on your own. Sometimes if you don't satisfy with the standard of services provided by the government also, as I told you, you can organize on your own. This is the real life model. The same model is implemented uh, in programming languages also, not only in Java, in C, C++, and all other programming languages, you can find the same model. For this purpose, the developers of the language provide a big set of methods. Big set of methods means actually methods are not independent. Methods are part of classes. So these libraries, Java libraries, standard libraries, provide Java classes. Those classes consist of one or more methods. And using those methods, we can achieve our task, programming tasks, very easily. Okay, actually, what type of uh, methods are provided? Actually, for all common operations performed by the programmers are provided through methods. They may be mathematical, string oriented, character oriented, input and output oriented. Like whatever common operations you perform in the program to achieve tasks, all the methods are provided through standard libraries. Actually, I have to give a briefing about the standard library. These are also known as application programming interfaces. Application programming interfaces, API. API is nothing but Java standard library. That you must understand. Here, these libraries, actually this is the Java standard library. In this, thousands of classes are there. When thousands of classes are there, it is very difficult for us to identify, to locate one class. Whether it is available in the library or not, you do not know. That's why, depending on the integrity, uh, packages are created. Packages are nothing but a bundle of classes depending on the integrity. For example, language oriented. This is Java Lang package. Java Lang package provides all language oriented support. For example, the mathematical function, math, integer, float, double, etc. All these classes are provided by the Java Lang package. In the same manner, I/O, input and output. Java I/O package provides all input output oriented methods and all that. In this way, packages are created. In 2016, there are 200 and plus packages are there. If you count the classes, there are more than 4,000. Where 4,000, where 200. So, in this way, it is simplified. Always understand that a package is nothing but a bundle of classes depending on the integrity. In this, all Java Lang oriented, language oriented classes are there, and in this Java input and output oriented classes are there. In this way, many bundles are made. Those are called packages. And in each class, mainly methods are provided, and some classes provide variables also, instance variables and all that. So, this is the structure of the standard library and our API. By using this, lot of advantages are there because you can save lot of time, program development time. If you develop everything on your own and all that, there are two problems. First thing is it takes lot of time. Time is money. That's why cost is increased. And number two, you may commit mistakes. That means you may leave bugs in your program. Then for debugging, you have to spend a lot of time. Yes, all these classes are developed by experts. Those are very efficient. You can rely on them, experts, and those are at the same time, those are very efficient also. So one thing, once library classes or methods are available, it is unnecessary for you to develop methods on your own. Actually, most elements, 90% of the elements, whatever we require in programming, are provided by the library. Every time they go on adding new classes, methods through classes, and they always update, and whatever weak classes and whatever classes are no more useful, those are deprecated, that those are terminated, removed from the library. So always this library is kept update. They go on adding new methods and all that, new classes, methods and all that. That you have to understand. So you must be well familiar with the Java library. What type of things are available, you should know. Then only you can develop efficient program. Next, second category, are user-defined methods. Actually, this is user-defined methods. This is a misnomer. Actually, user cannot develop any methods or does not define any methods. These are programmer defined methods, but as a normal practice, it is called as user defined methods. And one more thing I have to tell you, I have been telling the same thing, methods are not independent. How we provide methods? Through classes only. That means we define user defined, programmer defined classes, and we provide methods through such classes. That point always, that is implied. You must remember, we cannot create any method independently and get it worked. You cannot, you may create a person, but you cannot create an heart of the person. So, as a part of the body, a part of the person, the heart works. In the same way, method is not independent, it should be part of the class. That point always you remember. And when we have to define user defined methods. Actually, standard library or API does not provide any method or any type of service. Then there is no other choice. Programmer on his own, according to his requirement, develops his own methods. Understand? Those are called user defined methods. And in this context, one important thing I have to explain to you. All these methods are activated only by calling method or invoking method. That already I told you. So calling is like a switch. There is a fan. Whenever you switch it on, then only you start working. In the same way, method is there. It is like a fan. And a method call is like a switch. On calling a method, it starts its operation. That point you have to understand. And one more important point, whenever a method is called, in order to achieve its task, in order to perform its task, it may call one or more methods, and it takes their services and ultimately it performs its task. From real life angle, I will give you an example. Suppose you are constructing a house, then you engage one specialist. He is a roof maker. He lays roof of your house. So roof maker you called. Now in turn the roof maker may call frame maker. Frame maker. Actually, you know that in slabs and all that, first they put iron frames and all that, and after that, on the first they lay the frames, and on that they put cement layers. That you know. So roof maker in turn, you called roof maker, and roof maker called frame maker. Frame maker may call a bar bender, because iron bars are straight and all that, they should be bent, cut and bent properly. Bar bender, and you may call a welder also for sticking the bars and all that. This you know in real life and all that, what we call subcontracts. But you know him only. You never bother about how he is implementing and which functions, each methods he is calling and all that, you never bother. Understand? The implementation, just you call somebody and take the services. How he is implementing inside and all that is, you never bother. You are not interested in this and all that. This same model is applied in programming also. How you are applying in real life, the same model is applied in programming also. one programming example also I give you. Actually, calculate uh, flooring cost. This is regarding building. A contractor wants to find out, calculate flooring cost, calculate four walls cost. Okay, for this purpose, this is a method, this is a method. For this purpose, it requires floor area. Then it calls calculate floor area method. Okay, and it calls calculate four walls cost, calculate four walls area. Okay, now you are preparing other method, prepare quotation. This is another method. This method requires all these four services, that is, what is the floor area, what is the cost of flooring, and what is the four walls area, and what is the cost of four walls. All these four are required by this. So when you call this prepare quotation and all that, you never bother about it, how it is implementing. Already see every point you understand from real life angle, then your job will be so easy, especially in examinations as well as in interviews. If you explain from real life angle and all that, you get the first impression of the interviewer, because this is totally unique. When you can give an example, once you are thorough with the concept, once you understand the concept thoroughly, then only you can give the example. But from your point of view, giving example is much easier than explaining things technically. Understand? In this way, your job will be easy and you can satisfy the interviewer and you can achieve the task very easily. So, in this in this manner, always implementation is hidden, and we need not bother about the implementation. We are bothering about the interfaces. Which one you call? You want this one. You want to prepare quotation. Then automatically, whenever this is called, in turn it calls other corresponding methods. Ultimately, your job is performed. So, before becoming a programmer, you should know all these internal details, all these characteristics. Then only, without having any scope for doubt, you can proceed. You can understand every concept and ultimately you can master them.